Alright guys, so I wanted to share with you the gift that I have for my students today. Today is Thursday. I set it up so Friday, which is the last day of the first week of school, I'm going to hand this out to the students. So I have my setup for my freshmen and my sophomores. So our quote, I guess you can say, and I'll flip it over here. So the quote that we have for students is do today what others won't, so you can have tomorrow what others won't. And we finished up our school board for this class for this school year. So with that in mind, I went to the store, I went to Sam's, and I got me this big packet of now and laters, okay? It's 150 packs in here. I probably used about half of that, and it was about $8 or maybe 12, something like that. It was not very expensive, so it was okay. So I got that, and then I went ahead and printed out these little sheets here, teaching you now what you will need later, now and later. Hope we have a great school year together in cosmetology. Just a quick little note, and I went ahead and took a little piece of tape and I taped the candy to the note, okay? So you don't have to do too crazy fancy paper because they're just gonna throw it away for the most part. Some kiddos do save the page, but pretty much they just eat the candy and toss the rest. So this is a great little wrap up to our week of everything that we've been doing, about talking about ourselves, working together, building a good team for the classroom, and our goals, and just really to focus and concentrate and make sure that they do good now so that when they graduate, they'll be well decorated as they're crossing the stage. Alright guys, so I hope that encourages you to just show a little love to your students. It's the little details, the little things that makes the students love your class, love your classroom, help you build that relationship with those students. Showing them a little love like that with just a little piece of candy to make sure that there's no allergies, food allergies. I don't do nuts anymore, any chocolate with nuts, just simply because you might have some students that are allergic to it. So just something that they can chew on, very, very small. You don't want something too big, something too expensive, and then also too, nothing too crazy hard that they can choke on, like the jawbreaker kind of candy. So you want to just keep in mind those things for the safety of your students and your job, right? But you definitely want to build that rapport with the students, and you don't have to buy them things. It could just be a little card that you take the time to write to them. But I thought the now and later went perfect with our quote and perfect with our bell ringer journals that we've been working on and setting our goals and everything. So I hope that I continue to, because that's my plan. The idea is to continue to use the now and later candy throughout the entire year. So that way I'll come up with different little quotes and give them the little now and laters. It's a bucket, it's not too expensive. It does come out of my personal money, but that's okay. I don't mind that. And again, if it's not something that you can't do, then you definitely just a little note, just take 5 minutes to write them. Even if it's on a little sticky note, there's ways you can print on sticky notes. You just gotta turn the paper the right way so it doesn't get stuck in the printer. But just give them that little bit of attention, or that little piece of your time, because they, in the end, when they leave you as students, whether to go to another teacher or to graduate and go off to the real world or a salon or whatnot, they remember those things. And it's really neat whenever you walk by a student's binder at the end of the school year and you see some of those little notes or some of the little cards that you give them or write for them. They keep those sometimes, and it's really neat when you walk by and you look down at the binder and it's in the back of their binder, or it's in their binder, or they saved all those little things, or they come back and look, miss, I kept this. And so it's really neat to just know that they really do care, okay? So it's important to you and your students in your classroom to build that rapport with the students. So every year I do that. Throughout the year, I'll continue to do that with holidays. Not everybody celebrates holidays, so you have to be respectful and mindful of that. So you have to make it in a way where it's not a celebration of sorts, or gifting for birthdays and things like that. I do also give my students a little birthday card. I take the time to hand that out, write it out, hand it out. I put like a little, I think Peter Piper gave these little free root beer float card, so I'll stick that in there and I'll give it to them. It's nothing big, it's not, you know, fancy or something, but it's something small just to say happy birthday. If it is that they celebrate that, I do respect that, but just something very small, something meaningful, something that, you know, for the most part they appreciate. Even if they throw the paper away, they will have that and carry that memory with them. And when they graduate, or they come back to visit you after graduating, they'll say, hey, do you remember that time when you gave me, or you gave us, or you took us, or you did, or you, and they'll start listing everything, all the little details and things that you've done for them, and that really goes a long way in y'all's relationship. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed it, send to your kiddos, show them some love, build that rapport, have a great classroom atmosphere. I wish you the best in your school year, and we'll see you for the next one.